Here we go now. Batman scoop on the mic. Mix in the mix on the mic.
Oh, shit. I spilled seltzer water. Shit. Shit. Wait.
One, two.
Welcome to the chair stream. Let the chair do the talking and all do the walking. What's good? You want to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh ban list? I have so many thoughts. Can you believe they banned Dark Magician in attack mode? Can you believe they fucking made Exodia not legal? Can you believe that Blue Eyes White Dragon now must legally be different color eyes and skin because of the woke mind virus? Yu-Gi-Oh went woke? Can you believe this? Hello! World War III, what are you, out of hot dogs? It's actually a very serious conflict, the Veil. So actually, drones launched at Israel from Iran, the Veil. All right, that could lead to people in this chat, a cascading effect, getting drafted, the Veil. It's not about a lack of hot dogs, all right? Conflict, schmonflict. Well, you said it. We're all too young to get drafted. First of all, I guarantee that's not true. You guys, my chat is prime drafting age. Me? Too old. Too old. Maybe they'll draft me to be general, you know, because I've got the moxie. I'm 14 years old. Perfect. You can man a drone. You can man a drone. We'll get you on an Xbox controller. They use Xbox controllers for these drones, dude. You're in. Big A, don't put all your NVIDIA stocks on T1. You think 75K is my NVIDIA stocks? I'm not actually betting $75,000 on T1 tonight. I'm betting $200,000, okay? Because I don't lose. And I don't miss when it comes to Faker putting putting up that bread. No, I am leaving. I am leaving the stream in a few hours to go to a live watch party at Gen G headquarters. Yes, behind enemy lines. I am going into the belly of the beast tonight. T1, my favorite team, plays their biggest Korean rivals, Gen G, who always seems to beat them in Korea and then lose to them at Worlds. And it is Faker's 16th, count it again, 16th LCK finals. He has been to 16 finals of Korea, which is the strongest region overall historically. Unreal level of consistency at the top. 10, 5, 1, 16. Are you going with Stans? I'm going with Stans, Rachel, Blur. It's a squad, all right? We're rolling deep to Gen G headquarters. And here's another thing. If T1 loses, I will trash the place. I wanted to be very clear. I will be behind enemy lines. I'll be at Gen G's headquarters. Very generous of them to invite me. But if T1 doesn't win, I'm going to walk around, knocking shit off the wall, breaking PCs, doing whatever I can because it's as a fan, I must. All right? I'm a fan first and a decent human being functioning in society second. Yo, Master Pizza, what's good? Master Pizza, give me one topic, all right? I got to farm some topics here because we are talking about Drake diss. We are talking about World War III. We are talking about SKTT1 versus Gen G tonight. There's a lot of business stuff I read and listened to in the car. I went to a party today, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you an actual fact. I'll tell you. All right, so I got in the car to drive in LA traffic 35, 40 minutes to a party. And I went there with Ari. So we're in the car, me and Ari in the car. And the entire car ride there, I'm listening to a business podcast. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Like, I'm really fucking vibing with it. I feel like I'm learning shit. I'm like pausing it and having these oh shit moments. I'm having a good time. Thank you for the gifties, by the way. Holy fuck. Let me personally thank you. Hazard, thank you very much. So I'm liking the podcast, all right? Then I get there and it stops because the podcast is not even over. It's not even close to over. And so I stop it. I get out. We go to the party. And as we're entering the party, Ari's like, how long do you want to stay? And I'm like, honestly, 5 minutes because I want to go back and listen to that podcast. So we go in there and I show face. I say hi to the guy that invited me. I meet some people. But I don't really want to drink. I don't really want to... All I'm doing is like, damn, I can't wait to drive home. I can't wait to drive home because I want to listen to the last half. I was like literally vibing with it. And so we didn't stay all that long. Like I thought I'd be there. I thought I would skip stream today, honestly. But I just stayed, a couple hours. I stayed probably 2.5 hours. And then I was like, all right, well, deuces. And then I got in the car and listened on the way home. Shit was fucking hype. Iran is about to find out why I don't have free healthcare. Bro, don't steal that from Twitter. Or actually, if you do, wait. Tweet it out from this picture of chat and then pretend you invented it. And then go and reply to that tweet. And then say, wow, stole this from Atrioc chat? I zoned out. Can you repeat that? Repeat what? Bro left the part. What was the podcast? It was Joe Rogan. It was Joe Rogan and it was the DMT deep dive. And I just really, really wanted to know what... I wanted to know what the fuck it's all about. Like, why is DMT so fucking hype? Why can't these fuckers stop killing civilians? Wait, who? So, I gotta be honest with you. Obviously, we've had some incredibly geopolitically important news today. My understanding, Iran sent drones to attack Israel, thereby kicking off a further leg of geopolitical conflict in the Middle East region, likely leading to some sort of tit-for-tat response from Israel, the U.S., or both. Further escalation. If this doesn't stand down, then it's bad. Iran has more resources. Iran has been like funding, for example, the Houthi rebels. I don't understand though what. I don't think there was civilian casualties today. My understanding. When are you going to talk about marketing myopia? I don't know what that is. They say there was one civilian casualty. What do you think about weekly automatic? Come on, wait. I wonder who will remember Gaza when things get hot. If that would be tomorrow or next month. Wait, what do you mean? Who would need to remember that when things get hot? That one guy died. Now we have a new. Now, listen, I'm not sure. I have no idea. I have no idea what or how this will escalate. I'm not convinced anyone does. I am not convinced. I think we are in a weird geopolitical time. But I wanted to use part of this stream to catch up. I have been out today. Again, I had to observe this information passively. I don't know where this escalates. I don't know what the response is. I am sure there's many meetings you're having right now. Maybe I could learn some more. But the world is, yeah, I think there's a good point in chat. The world is clearly entering a new era of like rising skirmishes globally. It's more dangerous. We're more on edge. I mean, it feels so, like 20s. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're, you know, geopolitical tensions at all-time highs, stock market at all-time highs, but like in a weirdly shaky ground. I feel like it's weird. It's I wasn't alive in the 20s, like unlike some people here. Yeah, I was there for the 1920s. All right, you missed out on the flappers, bro, and you're mad at me. You missed out. I was that was awesome. I was drinking. I was partying with fucking Al Capone. And I still look at me, bro. Still got this hair. Iran rarely does direct escalations. Look back to the U.S. striking of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. They have no issue passing on the trouble to their proxies, so it's unlikely this majorly escalates. Yeah, I'm just wondering why they did this to begin with. This is an escalation. This attack. Which should lead to something. Can't imagine this doesn't lead to something. I did hear about Israel attacking the consulate, but okay, I guess we're gonna go tit for tat. I'm the thing is, I mean, okay. So my understanding, and again, I am speaking from a person who does not read about this daily. This is not part of my daily news diet. Is that for example, the stuff happening in the shipping lanes, the Houthi rebels and everything, that's funded by Iran. So they haven't done a direct attack before, but they have been by proxy doing attacks. So it's been an escalation through that. Hezbollah, Houthis, and Hamas are all proxies. Correct. Yeah, I think so. Ramashur, you can post your question more times, but I am talking about the World War III shit right now real quick. Let me see if I can catch up, all right? Let me catch up. What is going on? All I know is that there was a live updates, 200 drones and missiles from Iran to Israel. We got a video. And then I guess they destroyed most of them midair. And apparently, possibly one person died, or confirmed one person died. Only one little girl has been hurt. Hurt or killed. Iron Dome, David Sling got all of them. Yeah, I know of the Iron Dome. I don't know. Is it... I am impressed with its capability, if that's what it is. How does it stop? Let me look more about it. Iron Dome. An Isreal mobile all-weather air defense system developed by Rafael Advanced Air Systems. It intercepts and destroys short-range rockets and artillery shells. The U.S. paid for it. Okay. $1.6 billion. Intercepted 1,200 rockets. Designed to counter. Is it automatic or do they have to know? Like, if this exists and works, why would Iran even fire the missiles to begin with? Those are expensive. It's automatic? That's crazy. The Iron Dome is an engineering phenomenon. Some get through. All right. But it looks like in this case, none got through, or maybe they're hiding the casualties. I aimed at targets inside Israel. It opens a volatile new chapter in the long-running shadow war between Iran and Israel, marking a significant escalation in hostilities between two regional foes. They warned the United States against getting involved and threatening more strikes if Iran or its interests were hit. Okay. U.S. forces helped shoot down the drones, but it remains unclear what the American role actually was. Biden was at his vacation home in Delaware and had to cut his vacation short? Wait a minute. Rising tensions, sure, but Biden has to cut his vacation short? He's only got so much time left on this earth. No! This calls for nuclear action. He has to leave Delaware? Hasn't this man suffered enough already? Hasn't Biden suffered the most in all of this? Oh, God, his vacation. Israel's defense minister, Yoav Gallant, let me put you guys on the screen, spoke by phone this evening with the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd J. Austin III. That's an interesting name. Israel could count on full U.S. support to defend Israel against any attacks by Iran and its regional proxies. See, that's what I'm talking about. Doesn't this imply further escalation? I think I saw a clip on Twitter of someone on the news, I think John Bolton, talking about how we need to go to full all-out war with Iran. I really hope that that is not taken seriously. That is something that the United States does not need to be doing. Ask my dad. Bro, my dad's about to retire. My dad is so, I'm just being honest, my dad is so checked out of his job at Raytheon. He is so ready to quit. He actually has already, I hope no Raytheon higher-ups are listening. My dad is, what is that? Coffee badging. He's coffee badging in and setting up his side business of, like, booking people's cruises. If you ever want to go on a cruise and you need someone to handle all of the logistics, he will do it. He is setting up, I don't know, like Ewing Travel Agency or something. Travel experiences. I will promote that once they have a website. He is so checked out, bro. So if anything, if you don't support the military-industrial complex, just know that my dad is slowly but surely draining them of one paycheck at a time. Just know that. Know that he is, in a way, giving them nothing and taking as much as he can. Can I book you to come on the cruise? No, unfortunately. I'm not part of the packages that my dad offers for cruises. Okay, as of 40 minutes ago, Netanyahu, who is a Yahoo, is speaking by phone with President Biden. No further details are given. An Israel official, man, this is just such a tinderbox. Donald Trump expressed support to Israel and then blamed Biden for the Iran attack. God bless the people of Israel. They're under attack right now. It's because we show great weakness. Surprising. Surprising take. Iran said they're not looking to escalate. That's so funny. What is Iran pulling a J. Cole, bro? You can't shoot the missiles and the drones and say, hey, we're not looking to escalate. We're not. That's right. That is escalation. That you can't drop the diss track and then walk it back. It's retaliation. Yeah, okay, but at some point it has to stop. Do you understand? Because that is retaliation for something else, which retaliation for something else, which retaliation for something else. There is infinite layers of this. There is infinite layers of this. Something has to stop. It'll stop with nukes. This is going to escalate. It's only going to redirect the Trump. The genocide really is going to. Yes, I am aware. I am speaking about this from like an American involvement POV. Iran has the legal right to attack. Wait, I'm sorry. Listen, maybe I shouldn't have got into this. I usually don't talk about this very much. I just want to say I am a firm believer that what Israel is doing in Gaza is a war crime. I am 100% against Netanyahu. I don't even think that's a hot take. That's why I didn't even bring it up. I do not support Iran. I don't know how. Do we have a lot of pro-Iran regime people in here? I am surprised. I'm surprised that people are, or is it just like you are so mad at Israel that you are taking a pro-Iranian position? I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Iran is like a extremely oppressive regime that I firmly believe. Again, I don't want to get incredibly into this now. I'm realizing that this is such a politically divided. I believe that, actually, I firmly believe that Iran is not doing this for the reason of like defending the Palestinian people. I firmly believe Iran is doing this largely for geopolitical balance of power in the Middle East reasons, and probably to raise the oil price, which is incredibly beneficial to Iran. All Middle East conflict is beneficial for the oil price, which is beneficial for the Iranian agenda. Like, including what they did with funding the rebels in the sea. The Houthi rebels disrupting shipping caused oil prices to rise to like $80 a barrel, which immediately benefits their bottom line. Do you understand? So I just want people to understand there's probably more at stake here than like a pure, the Ayatollah is my comfort streamer. All right. So I just think there's a more nuanced take here than perhaps you're saying. Israel bombed the Iranian consulate. This is justified. I think that is a really simplified way to looking at it. And by the way, that would mean the next attack is justified from this attack, which is justified from the next attack, which is justified from the next attack. That is, I think that's so basic. There's always something in the past and there's something next. All right? So, for all those saying retaliation for a consular attack, don't understand that a proxy attack is nothing. Yeah, I mean, there's been proxies. Atrioc tips on dodging the draft. I really don't think this is going to lead to U.S. boots on ground. I truly don't believe that. I have to believe. I have to hope. It would be such a cosmic error. Oh God. It would be. Obviously, there's going to be some fucking wackos, some psychos that push for that, either because they are literally bloodlusted brain rot, or they are directly benefited on the bottom line. There is so many people in the, quote, military industrial complex who will make money with further conflict. And that, people don't talk enough about the money side of it. I think so much of this comes back to money. And we only talk about the, either differing religions or differing ideals or whatever. It comes down to like balance of power, money, owning shipping lanes, owning resources. But I simply don't see it. I mean, again, clip it and it could be wrong, but it would shock me if we sent boots on the ground to the Middle East. What should we invest in if it comes to boots on the ground? You're a sick son of a bitch. Your first concern is how you make money off it, bro? You're a sick son of a bitch. Also, not a difficult question. There's like, just find any military defense stocks based in America. They'll go up if that were to happen. I don't think that would happen. I'm not even like wishful thinking. I just think that would be a crazy way to go. And also, let's not forget, it's an election year. Deeply, 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 deeply unpopular. Deeply unpopular. Shocker, people who own the military industrial complex and own the media don't want to talk about the money involved. Iran retaliating after previous Iran went to do they did not get it, which led to this attack, times of Israel. Atrioc, isn't there a conspiracy that the reason women don't have maternity leave? I guess I would like to more engage on the question. Well, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like some people are very ideological in here. And I'm more looking to evolve our collective knowledge. I am more looking to evolve our collective knowledge, but it would be crazy to come with no mods in the chat. Who needs mods, bro? People always treat this with fucking respect and dignity, I'm sure. I'm sure everyone's gonna handle this really well, dude. Come on. Believe in yourselves. It's Twitch chat. Believe in yourselves. Hey, Big A, do you like corn? There's a question. There's a question. Do I like corn? Look, I'm gonna talk about the Rap Civil War in a second, dude. I wanted to get to this first, you know, so we're not opening with Drake and then pivoting into into World War III. I think this is interesting. We can handle this. Nobody here is affecting anything. But just to be clear, I feel like people get so caught up in, like, if I say the right thing in Twitch chat, I might sway the side. I might turn the tide of this geopolitical conflict. Nobody's doing that. All right, everyone has something they can learn. Shut up. Open your mind. Let's ask some things out. Talk civilly. I'm always open. You're being real right now. Okay, do I like corn? Fine. I'm not hiding the question. I'm not dodging the question. Do I like corn? First, let's ask, what is corn? You know? Let's ask that question. As an AI language model, I cannot... I have a hand over a big red button right now. Only your Twitch chat messages can stop me from pressing it. Holy shit, it's Biden. He's in the chat and he wants to hear your opinion. He's going to decide what happens based on this reaction, based on how you guys present yourself. Don't launch it, sir. Don't launch it. I knew. Do it, Biden. Do the funny thing. You guys are crazy. Dude, the only thing that pisses me off, I feel this. I get this in my bones when I hear Zoomers talk, is like I'm going to be generous. I think it's like 28% of Zoomers. All of them. That is like openly hoping for collapse. Full-on societal collapse. Just so they can like fucking... This is like nuclear winter fucking... And they all... Either they're so nihilism rotted that they just don't care, or I think a lot of them think somehow they'll come out on top. like they just feel like it's all gonna work out, bro. For them specifically. And all the systems will crumble down, but they... that's funny. That's a funny thought to me. I've played Fallout. I know what I'll do, bro. You're gonna go to sleep in the vault? I'm Rick Grimes. No one can stop me. Can Biden hook up the nuclear launch codes to Twitch chat plays so we can handle the conflict? We got this? Man, can you imagine? Twitch nukes. The funny thing is, I mean, not funny, I guess, but Twitch would find out wherever the headquarters is of this Twitch chat nukes operation and nuke that first. They would nuke themselves. Bro, the TikToks would be so funny if there was a draft. On God, true. On God, true. It might be worth it. If we start mandatory drafting all Zoomers, the amount of fucking content we would get. People TikTok, what do I do with this gun? I didn't even hold it. Goofy military trying to draft me. Day in the life of the trenches. Millennial pause in the trenches. Bro, millennials are getting too old to get drafted. What is the draft? What is the draft age? Last time we did the draft. It was 18 to 25, bro. There ain't no millennials left. Oh, that's the register. Wait. The register. I'm sorry. You're liable until 35. Wait, I can get drafted? I've been sitting here thinking I'm sitting pretty. Wait, I can get fucking drafted? Is there a streamer exemption? I'm doing an important job. It's like I'm an essential worker during COVID, dude. There's nothing more essential than a streamer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what? You can stream from the front lines. Can I bring my streaming backpack? Because that would be good content. Unironically, that would be fire content. You're gonna go to basic train. What is this? Lord have mercy on us. I'll take your place, Atrioc. I don't want our intel getting sold out for 5 gifties. You think I would sell our intel for 5 gifties, bro? I don't even fucking read 5 gifties. No. What I would sell the intel for is I don't know, like a good Reddit video. So I can farm it for a YouTube video. That's what I really need. If the Ayatollah makes me a fucking leech video, if the Ayatollah of Iran makes me a Houdat style video, I might leak. I'll be honest with you. I might leak some troop positions. Atrioc in the trenches, and the guy next to him starts calling him a coffee cow and a glizzlord because he's a chatter. That's unironically what happened at NVIDIA. As my stream grew while I was working at NVIDIA, I got more and more people sending me Slack messages. What's up, glizzlord? Just got an internship at NVIDIA. Love the vids, bro. Like, I'm not kidding, all the time. It was a problem. And sometimes they would do it in not, an all email, but like a public channel on Slack, which is embarrassing. I kept it very separate. I remember one dude, we had like a gaming Slack channel, like just discussing news in the gaming industry or whatever. And some dude posted, congrats to our man Big A on getting the Hitman speedrun world record. And like a link of me saying, speedrunner, bitch. And like, I messaged him and I was like, delete this. Go back and delete this. I appreciate it. Please delete this. I was like, this is not appropriate for work, bro. Come on. It was crazy. Atrioc, after being gunned down in battle, asking me to tell Ari he loves her, and I say, sure thing, Glizzy man. Tell my wife I love her. All right, Glizzlord. Yikes, dude. I can't believe I can get drafted. I literally thought it ended in your 20s. I actually thought I was incapable of being drafted. I'm now freaking out, bro. You can draft me? Please read highly relevant. Thoughts on the economic battle of modern warfare? This is a relatively new era where Iran can launch. Yes, 100%. This is actually more relevant to something that I understand because I have consumed probably 40 hours of study, deep dive on Ukraine, Russia in the past few weeks. I've been really trying to learn more about it. And the evolution, like that is the first truly modern internet age war with that much money being thrown in. And I have watched Perron, the Australian dude. Yeah, I watched his video. Though I also read. Everyone that recommends me stuff, every one of my Zoomer channel people that recommend something, it's always more YouTube. They only learn from YouTube. I've never received a recommendation from my fucking Zoomer audience for like an interesting deep dive article, or it's always like another YouTube that they want. All right, so okay. Anyway, I've learned a lot, and it's the first truly modern war, and the evolution of it has been insane with regards to drones. It is a drone war. So much of Ukraine and Russia's conflict is being decided by incredibly cheap drones that are getting pumped out first by the tens of thousands, now like in the hundreds of thousands. And it's asymmetric. They can do so much more damage for so much cheaper than an incredibly expensive missile or like Patriot system. Did you read the book Revenge of Geography by Robert D. Kaplan? I did not. Is that interesting? I read, what did I read? War Transformed is what I read. Actually right here, because I was just looking at it. Mick Ryan. Obama knew the meta. I guess Obama was ahead of the game. Yeah, but even more than that. I mean, the Obama era drones are nothing on what it is now, and it is changing warfare because the cost difference changes everything. The ability to have an unmanned drone do that much damage at that cost disrupts everything. There's a... Do you think soldiers will get pissed in their jobs? I just went through a 7-round... Wait. Walmart drones with frag grenades. Obama was playing versus plumbers when he was personally drone striking people with the controller in his hand. Have you seen the micro bomb drones with facial recognition? No, I haven't. I did see...
Your kids...
Again, I am so... Even when I grew up on military bases, I was bad with the names of these things. I'm assuming it was like a Patriot missile. The point is, I saw a video of this thing that cost... I looked it up. It was like, you know... It's like 1.2 billion to develop. This thing cost a fuck ton of money. And you can see it shoot something, like a missile, and then the drone tracks it all the way to its destination and stops it right before, like, shoots it down right before it hits the thing. So the amount of money spent for the missile versus the amount of money spent on the drone is like, fuck. It's not the Iron Dome. This is in Ukraine. This is in Ukraine, Russia. It's not the Iron Dome. But like, you can see how that would be fucking crazy. Atrioc, did you see Lana bought out? I didn't see that. I didn't see that Lana brought out Billie Eilish for Coachella. Actually, I heard Coachella was pretty mid this year. I heard Coachella wasn't changing any fucking hearts and minds. Yeah, everyone feels like it just didn't happen. Like, it used to be a thing people talked about. I thought Charlie's post was pretty spot on. It was like, people used to flex about Coachella. You'd see it on your timeline. Everyone's talking about Coachella. Now I feel like I didn't see shit. My job is looking at the asymmetric financial and media aspects of wars. It's a whole new game we haven't seen before. I 100% agree. Plus, you know, a lot of war is fought through information and disinformation and propaganda, and all of that is changing with the rise of social media, internet, AI, fakes. It's like it is. I think a lot of stuff. I guess what annoys me about it, not annoys. I mean, it's worse than annoys. What scares me about it even is like, it is one thing for the U.S. to spend astronomically wasteful amounts of money on the military as we do, but it is another thing for so much of that money to be spent on useless things, which I do feel like it is. I feel like as war changes, a lot of money is being spent on things that are completely outdated. So it's not only that we're spending too much money, but we're spending money on the wrong, like, wasteful things, which is like extra bad. It's just literally only lining the pockets of defense contractors, not making America any safer, not helping Ukraine in a war. It's like that shit is so spooky to me. It is bad on both fronts. I guess I always talk about this, and it's tough to talk on Twitch about it because it requires a bit of nuance. But like, the example I always use is like, there are leaders that will sometimes do the moral thing. There are leaders that will do the pragmatic thing. And I can see arguments either way. Again, if the example I always use is like, if someone said we went to war in Iraq for oil, I believed that when I was growing up. We didn't even get any oil. That's what I'm saying. It's immoral. It is immoral to go in Iraq for oil, but if you do it, you better get some oil. If you get nothing and you just waste people's lives and money and your country isn't even improved, then it's like, it's not only immoral, but it's also fucking stupid. Your people don't benefit, and yeah, it's immoral and stupid. If you're gonna be immoral, you better not be stupid, is basically what I'm saying. And that's what I feel like we have with leadership. We have leadership that, for many years, I mean, across multiple administrations, has done things that are both immoral and stupid, which scares me. That means, like, if you do that for long enough, you know, your society's fucked. As a fellow Latino, what did you think of Peso Pluma's performance? I don't know what Peso Pluma is. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a fake Latino. I get one example is like, what's the Panama Canal? A lot of immoral things went on to get the Panama Canal created, and to get the U.S. in a beneficial position for it. But the leaders that did it in a way that massively benefited America. Do you understand? So if you disagree with it morally, you can at least understand why they did it in pure pragmatic terms. We do things now that just waste lives, money, and nobody benefits but a few rich fucking people. That is unsustainable. Like that's not even like history books will frown on you. It's like it just fucks over your whole country. And I feel like so much of that happens in our lifetimes and recently. Almost every, so many foreign policy decisions post 2001 have been both immoral and stupid. We do this police spending. Exactly. Police spending, same way. Where it's like, you know, it's like when you spend a bunch of money on police and you're like, wow, this could be immoral. Like or things like, I don't know, stop and frisk. People are like, all right, well, you have to do it to stop crime. But then you do it and it doesn't even stop the crime. It's immoral. It like invades personal rights, but then it also doesn't even do the thing you said it was going to do. Those things piss me off the most. Those type of things where it's like, all right, look, we're gonna have to do something that's against our moral code here, but it's gonna get the job done, and then it doesn't even do that. Those things make me extra triggered. The police in my town were found to be doing outrageous overtime fraud. Super common. Looking good, Big A. Like the evil rich kid at a ski resort in an 80s movie. My dad owns this mountain, okay? And if you think you and your friends are going to have the party time ski side slope bonanza, you've got another thing coming, okay? We're going to bulldoze this whole thing and build a ski resort only for the wealthy. The Ewings have owned this town for generations. I got a little southern there. I didn't. Have you heard about the Vietnamese billionaire sentenced to death? Yeah, it was tax fraud, right? Death for tax fraud. Never even thought of that. R.I.P. Ludwig. You would have loved Vietnam. Oh, embezzlement? Wasn't it embezzlement from the government? Am I crazy? I have to look into it. But it's 44 billion? Bro, that's one Twitter. That's one Twitter. You can't fuck around with 44 billion. Everyone gets up in arms. Sorry. I think that deserves a sorry. Or that deserves an Elon Musk, like... Two Twitters now? Oh, more than two, bro. You think Twitter's worth 22 billion right now? You're on Elon Musk's payroll. If you think Twitter is worth 22 billion now, you are smoking crack, dude. Nobody would pay that much for Twitter. Twitter's... I want to save it for a video. Twitter's fucked, bro. Twitter's fucked. Twitter is not making no goddamn money. It's got a debt millstone around its neck. Yeah, you get the same 4 ads. Even before the sale, Twitter's making no money. Twitter was break even before the sale. They had 2 quarters of positive revenue. But generally break even. A pretty poorly run company before the sale that was kind of squeaking by. Now... Bro, it's curtains. It's fucking curtains. Bot problem got worse? That's all we talked about. Bro, the only thing Elon Musk talked about before he bought it is how he's going to fix the bots. Do you inherit the debt if you buy the company? There wasn't a significant debt problem in Twitter when it was bought. First of all, you do. But second of all, he added the debt problem. He took out loans to buy Twitter. Then the loans are on Twitter's book. So the most likely outcome is that Twitter can't pay these back. He doesn't want to sell stock to pay those debts. So they'll just bankrupt the company. I mean, I think the company bankrupts. Tesla's too far. The stock's down. He doesn't want to fucking dump more shares. Twitter owes itself? No. Twitter owes the banks that loaned it money to be bought. Do you have news sources you trust for global stories like this? Yes. I trust the Financial Times to do good reporting. Honest reporting. I do. I have had a very good, consistent experience with the FT. By the way, you know, you might have an opinion of them as, I don't know, whatever. But if you are interested in the Israel-Palestine situation, the FT is the only, I would say, like, major, I don't know, of, like, the big 7 huge newspapers, like New York Times, Wall Street Journal, all that. FT is the only one that puts, when the International Court of Justice recognized what Israel was doing as a war crime. They were the only one to put that above the fold on the main title. They're the only one to do that. Everyone else kind of buried it, which I thought was interesting. It was a real story. While still being majorly about actual, I mean, they just tell it honestly. So I read the physical copy like an old fucking man. AP News or Reuters? I like Reuters. I mean, I read a lot of things. I have a very extensive morning routine of checking headlines. But generally you have to like read a couple to get like the full picture, you know? You got to kind of put it together. Infinite money glitch. Take out a huge loan. Okay, step one. Wait. Chat, we got an infinite money glitch here. From Goldman Scraps. We're all going to get rich. Take out a huge loan. Buy a company with it. Siphon money out of the company. Put the loan on the company's book. Declare it bankrupt. This is not an infinite money glitch. Well, it is, but it's real. It's called private equity. They do it all the time. The problem is you can't get the loan. You don't have enough... this happens all the time from private equity. They, like, for example, with Toys R Us. Toys R Us was not like going out of business because it didn't make enough money. Toys R Us went out of business because they got bought by private equity. It siphoned off all the cash it could, loaded the company with debt, then had to fucking declare bankruptcy and fire everybody. Can you take out loans against your Twitch and YouTube channel? It's a great question. No, not currently. Banks have a hard time for trying to get like a mortgage or something. They have a tough time understanding income when it comes from YouTube and Twitch. But there was a startup company. Yeah, I mean, Spectacor's probably dealing with that as he's trying to get an apartment or whatever, right? Yeah, this happens to all mod of Spectacor. Perhaps. That dude's OG. Wait, am I modded in your chat? That's the real question. I'm not. This is tit for tat. I need to be able to come in there, and if someone says Big A bald, I have to buy on them, obviously. As an employee, how do you know if your company's funds are being siphoned out? It should be generally obvious. As the standard of quality in the company starts to decline, you'll notice things like, I mean, it's just like lack of pay raises, employee cuts, layoffs, store closures. You know, it's like you can just tell. I mean, things that happen as it's less single-ply toilet paper. And, you know, think about it like this. Think about it like this. Here's the way you can picture it. Imagine you work at a nursing home, okay? In a way, you all do, given my age. In a way, you all do. Imagine you work at a nursing home, and the nursing home takes good care of its patients, okay? You're given sponge baths. So the elderly, they get all the right pills. They're taken care of. They go on, they have the great outdoors. The standard of quality is nice. Everything's clean. It's a well-run nursing home that, like, gives people dignity in their old age. Then imagine private equity buys your company. And all of a sudden, instead of, I don't know, 28 employees, you have 12 doing the same amount of stuff. So you're stretched more thin. The food you buy is of cheaper quality. There's one-ply toilet paper. There's, you know what I'm saying? They might even still be jacking up the rates. They're siphoning money out of the business. They're doing as little as possible to keep it running while getting all the extra money to themselves and loading the company up with debt. And they take all that money out knowing eventually this thing will collapse. This is happening right now to nursing homes across America, across the world, but America too. This is very common. This is private equity. This is the danger and the damning aspect of private equity. Mingo and I have, mostly Mingo, I'll be honest with you, he's taken the lead on it. I've worked on this deep dive on private equity for a while. We may eventually have a video on it. It is falling prey to a lot of projects I've done lately, though, where it gets so big that it doesn't feel like a good, it's like 250 slides now. You're basically describing Boeing now or GE 10 years ago? Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's similar in that they get financialized, but private equity is specific in that it buys already running businesses and has a specific plan of knowing that it's going to reduce their quality to make more money, to siphon off for themselves. Why did you do that? I was a little bit of a chair flip. I don't know. I like to move. I'm active. I'm an active mover. Why are you unwilling to make large presentations making a video? That's a good question. It's a good question. I will say this. I'm trying to get better at a lot of things that I never had to do before. When I used to work at NVIDIA, I would have meetings from 7:30 a.m. to like 6:30 p.m. And then I would have so little time to think between that I would just run with whatever I have. I mean, if you actually look at my like old Marketing Mondays or old Wins and Fails, it's all like a PowerPoint I made in like an hour. It's all like an hour I made in like 1 hour, and I'm just sort of going with it. And they're still, I think they're good because I had stuff that I wanted to say, but it's or like a lot of the old Wins and Fails, I watched them recently, they're not even a presentation. It's like me pulling up 10 links that I saved in a notepad file, and I'm just like looking at them, right? So what I'm trying to do is level it up a little bit, and to do that takes more time. And then I always get uncomfortable because my guiding light is like I want to take something complex and make it simple. If I take something complex and just keep it complex, so the only people that enjoy it, people that already know anything, then it's not. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it understandable. All right, 1 second. Let me get a water and I'll play. Bro, chair looking fine. I do love this chair. This chair was worth every penny, dude. I spend so much time sitting in this goddamn chair, and it cradles my back. It's nice. Atrioc, have you seen the reviews for humane.ai and how bad the product is? It's crazy. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's that pin. It's the little fucking AI pin that can like project onto your hand. It's completely useless. It's just incredibly stupid. Yeah, what's interesting is that it's seeming more and more obvious that the vehicle through which AI will enter our daily lives will be just phone. It's not gonna. It's just gonna accrue to like Google and Apple again. Their duopoly over phones will lead to a duopoly over consumer AI, likely. Just because we just aren't switching that pattern. Phones are powerful. The phone, yeah. Unless there is a big revolution in AR or VR, in which case Google will switch with Facebook, and then it'll be Apple and Facebook. Do you know what I'm saying? Those are our options. Either we have the Apple-Google duopoly over our consumer life, or it is Facebook and Apple. Those are our options. I kind of like Zuck now. So bet on Apple? Well, if the bet is will Apple be gone in 5 years, I would bet against 10 years. Well, I think Apple's going to be a major player. The problem is all stock valuations are so overstretched. They've all priced in so much fucking growth that I can't bet on the stock. It's already so valuable. Did he mention it? I did. I mentioned it. Talked about it. Nobody thought Zuck would have been the most normal of all the billionaires. Is he? I mean, there's like a million, not a million. There's 2,770 billionaires in the world. Something like that, I think. What is the number of billionaires? What number of billionaires? How many billionaires? How many billionaires? 2,700. I was right. Fuck yeah, dude. Off the top of the dome. There's that many billionaires, and we don't even know some of them. Many of them. You couldn't name them all. You name the big ones that are like consumer facing. But there's so many billionaires that are off the grid. In fact, many of them spend absurd amount of money to be relatively private. They have like 2-line Wikipedia entries and nothing else. Everything gets scrubbed. The Waltons make up half. Yeah, exactly. Of those 2,700, 1,300 are just Walton cousins. Just like the great-granddaughter of Sam Walton. So they're all off the grid. I'm sure many of them are leading relatively compared to Jeff or Zuck or Elon normal lives. Just using their fabulous wealth to live extreme lives of privilege. Who the fuck Walton? Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart. He is an astronomically rich individual who then passed on shares and billions of dollars to all of his progeny, who then passed it on to their progeny. And now we have like a dozen billionaires that are all Walton grandchildren. Which is how much money he had, that there's people who are like distant grandnephew cousins of Sam Walton that haven't done a day of work in their life, and they're billionaires, and their kids will be billionaires. That's how crazy the Walmart fortune is. Is Walton Goggins one of them? Yes. Walton Goggins is named, he's one of the few people where you name his last name first. Yes, Walton Goggins is, of course, one of the grandchildren of Sam Walton, who pretends to be, you know, carrying the boats. But actually, he is just selling the boats at Walmart for a discount price. She Goggin on my Walton. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. Till I boat. Get Smarter Saturdays? I'll watch a interesting Get Smarter Saturdays video. I will gotta tell you that I gotta leave at like 10. Probably 10 tonight to go to my SKT1 versus Gen G watch party behind enemy lines at Gen G headquarters. At which point I will be sabotaging. I will be poisoning the food. Non-lethal, but I will poison it. I will be unplugging the PCs. I will be... Have you seen Rick Ross's response? I have. I will be talking about this. I just want to see if there's anything else. I'm trying to keep up on updates. Let me see if the FT has anything that wasn't in this morning's paper. U.S. asks China to tell Iran to not retaliate. This is again more, this is interesting. China as intermediary to Iran, because Iran will listen to China. It's like this two poles, you know, new Cold War kind of thing, where it's like this Russia, China, Iran. You could sort of say Brazil. They're kind of in both camps. It's not really BRICS though. People say BRICS in easily. The thing is, India is actually quite anti-China recently. India is part of BRICS, but is certainly not a close geopolitical ally of China. And so it's not really BRICS, but it's like there's this growing cohort of companies that have kind of been, not companies, countries. I keep saying companies. Countries that have been left out, I guess, of like the old guard, the NATO, you know, Western-led, US-led unipolar order that are like all kind of jumping on China's back to try and build up a new system. My friend wanted me to tell you that she thinks you're cute, but you shouldn't send drones type beat. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Is BRICS the kick.com of IRL? You could make that metaphor, but I think that is unfair to these countries. I see what you're going for in that it's kind of like this outside, growing organization that like wants to disrupt the fact that I get what you're going for on a molecular level, but I don't think it's fair to compare India to Aiden Ross. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? The vibes are right, but it's not directly correct. Have you read anything about Argentina and Malay? Yeah, I have read a lot about it, actually. It's tough to talk about again because from what I can tell, as crazy as the dude is, there's stuff that's working. He's having, he did cut the budget. Inflation is falling. It still remains to be seen. But I think he's doing rather like what's impressive about it, and what I'm sort of reconsidering is like there's a possibility he had to be a little crazy to get the average public to still support him. I guess, I don't know. We won't know the answer. We'll know in 5 years, but I think that's fair. No, things are in effect of his policy. The budget cuts are in effect. The falling inflation's in effect. He's not doing dollarization yet, but like the early steps of it. And not all of it has even gone through yet. Again, he has to maintain public support. He abandoned half the country to save the rest. It remains to be seen, man. There's like no good solution for Argentina's problems, is all I'm saying. Argentina's a country that you could bleed it out slow, or you could try to rip the Band-Aid off and hopefully salvage it. I don't know. It remains to be seen. Is the fact the U.S. had to ask China to talk to Iran less and new money has been tied to the West, Israel. Therefore, it is a bit of column A, a bit of column B. The fact is the rising influence of China as a geopolitical mediator is unprecedented. Like even 15 years ago, you know what I'm saying? It's relatively new, and the fact that they have this. They're like a center. Like Beijing is a center, a geopolitical center from which other countries take their cue, is new, and that's leading to this whole thing. How is Iran attacking Israel going to affect my crypto portfolio? That's such a powerful question, an important question. I think Dog with Hat is going to see some big moves. Oil price increased after the attack. Inflation going to be back. Inflation's not left. That's the oil. Yes. Again, a huge part of this is that every time there's rising tensions in the Middle East, oil prices go up, which is extremely beneficial for oil producing countries. They make more money immediately. And bad for inflation because cost of gas goes up. And inflation has never left. Inflation has been stuck at 3.5%, sticky. We want to get it down to 2. It's sticky at 3.5, which I believe is not acceptable. Don't cut rates, Jerome Powell. The battle is not won, Jerome Powell. What do you mean by sticky? It means it's, inflation was again, these numbers are the official CPI report. People debate whether inflation's a little hotter than what it says, but let's go with the official numbers. It was high. It was like 10, 11%, and they got it down to 3.5. The goal, the target, the idea is 2. But once it got down to 3, the progress going down stopped. It just stuck. stuck at 3. 3, 3.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5. It's just stuck. You know what I'm saying? And that last mile, that last bit is proving to be way harder. And the way they fight inflation is by keeping interest rates, you know, the amount you get charged when you take out a loan or take out a mortgage, take out a car loan, and like that, interest rates high. When they keep those high, it fights inflation. But they want to cut those rates to make the economy go boom, you know, to juice things for the election. I mean, Biden's practically demanding it, bro. He keeps saying, we'll get those rates down. And I hope Jerome Powell holds tough. I hope he doesn't do it, because we're going to have another fucking inflation wave. Who is Jerome Powell? Jerome Powell, money printer, gift. You may not know his name, but you know how he rolls. He's this guy. Oh. Bro, how come I can't get a moving one? Oh, there it is. Oh. This guy. Jerome Powell. Head of the Federal Reserve. Mr. Money Printer. It's funny. So much of our lives are affected by this man that many people don't even know. This guy's, I mean, so much of our lives is affected by the choices this guy makes. It's crazy. A lot of things you wonder what's going on. It comes back to this guy. League open, TFT. Doesn't count. I don't know we're voting for him. You don't. That's the crazy part. He's appointed. The president cannot force the Fed to lower rates, though there is a long history going back to even like Arthur Burns of presidents strongly pushing for a rate lowering and then getting it in an election year. What do you think about Canada's new housing plan? I haven't heard they have a new housing plan. Is it to make housing more expensive again? Is that Canada's housing plan? Is it working? Can you elaborate on how raising interest impact inflation? Is it because people don't buy and spend as much? Yes. Yeah, it's supposed to put like a braking effect on the economy. You know, cool the animal spirits of people taking out debt to buy and speculate on things. For example, if a house costs $1 million and you can't really afford it, but it's really cheap to borrow, okay, you borrow. And then you bid 1.1 million and the prices start to rise. But if it's expensive to borrow, all of a sudden you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Now you're less likely to take out that loan. Things slow down a bit. It's supposed to put a braking effect on the economy. But everyone loves when rates are low. It juices everything. Stock prices go up. Housing prices go up. You know? That's the whole thing. If they cut rates, how high could inflation be? We don't know. We don't know. Nobody even knows if it will. But that is where I stand. My belief and the heart of hearts is that if they break down, if they give in and they cut rates, which they'll probably be forced to do. Actually, I know they're going to, they're going to do it this year, bro. They're going to cut rates. Even though we still have sticky inflation and even though unemployment is still nominally low, they're going to cut rates, which is crazy. And when they do it, I think we're going to see a spike in asset prices, and we're going to see inflation come roaring back at higher levels. And I feel uncomfortable with that. We need Paul Volcker, the GOAT. Paul Volcker is the GOAT. If you guys don't know who this is, Paul Volcker is the fucking... This fucking dude. This cigar-smoking motherfucker was head of the Federal Reserve way back in the fucking 80s? Am I crazy? 70s? Late 70s? And he brought interest rates up to fucking 20%. To stop inflation. He fucking raised them so fucking high. There was people sending him death threats. There was farmers on his fucking lawn. There was he did actually higher for longer. He crushed the back of inflation. It was I mean, we had a relatively sound monetary system from that point. It was great. He got so much hate. Everyone tried to stop him, and because he's not, you know, he doesn't have to respond to the president or anyone. Federal Reserve Chairman is appointed. And I think Jerome Powell wants to be that guy, but he's not that guy. I think he's not that guy, and I don't think he'll do it. We're also in a harder spot. America had such lower debt at that time that they could do that and get away with it. Can the chair of the Fed not be impeached? Yeah, I'm sure there's a rule where they can get impeached if they're openly committing treason, but no, man, it's supposed to be independent. Like they have a lot of protections to where the president can't just get rid of them. Why do people get hate for doing good things or people not doing? Well, again, it sounds like a good thing after the fact, right? You know, 20 years later, we can say that was a good thing because inflation got crushed and then we had low inflation. But in the time when you're a farmer or whatever, and like the loan on your property is way more expensive and you can't loan to buy a tractor or what, you know, everything, like when everything's so fucking expensive, they get pissed and they don't understand the long-term effects. They're just pissed. It's very hard politically to do things that suck at first and are good later. That is why I am, hoping for the success of what Milei is trying to do in Argentina, even though I find the guy to be kind of distasteful, is that it's a classic example of like doing something that is short-term painful that might put the country on a right track with a balanced budget going forward. And usually people can't stomach that. What are your thoughts on Thatcher? Exact opposite. Thatcher and Reagan are the exact opposite, where they do things that are long-term fucking terrible, fucking awful for their people, awful for the average person, destroy the middle class, but are fun in the short term. They do things that are like, oh, let's fucking juice the stock market, juice Wall Street. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get my poll numbers up. Let's cut taxes. Let's not figure out a balanced budget. Let's take on debt. That's Reagan and Thatcher. And they were incredibly popular. It's funny to say because everyone's like shitting on Reagan now. Reagan was incredibly popular and still is among boomers. Reagan was incredibly popular. Crushed his elections. You know the this is the Reagan electoral map in 84. I don't know if you've seen this. This is Reagan v. Mondale, dude. That's fucking crazy. It's fucking popular to do shit like this, dude. And then 20 years later when, you know, people realize that, oh man, we cut our government budgets, we broke the backs of unions, we did massive tax cuts to the rich. The inequality's gotten way worse. Mental health care is non-existent. Union people, they figure out the problems later. It's a bait and switch. Then he's already old. He's already out of power. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's the fucked gambit. That is the problem. Um, People don't make that association. No, they don't. They don't even. What's funny is like the effects can happen years later. People blame them on the current president. Whoever it is. In fact, you could have what administration do. I mean, for example, not that I actually am the opposite of an Obama apologist. I was very disillusioned with Obama's kowtowing to Wall Street, but it was funny people blamed like the housing crisis on him. Like Obama inherited the housing crisis 100%. They had to clean it up during his whole fucking presidency, but it's not like he didn't. That's not him. That's not on him. Bro is Obama's lawyer. I'm not Obama's lawyer, okay? I'm not getting paid by Obama. Oh, bummer, all right? What is the... I strongly... Did someone say that Obama reduced the deficit? Am I smoking crack cocaine? I am quite sure that is not true. Federal deficit by year. Let's see. Deficit tracker. Let's see. Federal surplus or deficit. Where the fuck is our federal debt by year? U.S. public debt. No, I understand. I understand that nobody has reduced the debt. They've all had a deficit. But I am not sure. Let me see. Federal deficit, because we had to do TARP under unless we're counting that under Bush. That was just so much money. There's just like no way the deficit went down unless they hid that off the books or something. That I need it by year. I just need every year's deficit, bro. How can I not get this? Federal deficit by year since 1980. Give me this. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, look, this is what I'm talking about. Bro, right here. Okay? So this is Obama, 2008. It gets fucking terrible. This is TARP right here. This is, the deficit of, this is terrible. He cuts it from there back to where it was, and then it gets bad again. He didn't. The first year budget is the outgoing president, then what's this? What's this? 10, 11? Fango, what's this? At no point is he even back to where we were before. Obama was not a good thing for the U.S. deficit. There's no president that is no president in our lifetimes since fucking Clinton has even considered having a balanced budget. They've consistently gotten worse. Atrioc raked the presidents. All 50 fucking... Most of chat wasn't born yet. Oh, you guys weren't here for Clinton? He had some flaws. He had some personal flaws, but did balance that budget. You were barely there? I was there for Clinton. Paid attention. There's only 45 that you know about, bro. You know about the secret presidents? You know about the shadow presidents? I was there for Washington. Washington was OG, dude. Clinton personally gave the world GPS. I remember that. That was crazy. He coded it himself. Did you have your frosted tips yet during Clinton? I had frosted tips in 2004. So that's peak Bush. I was frosted tips during Bush. Actually, I was going to save this for a video, but since we all, we got a nice crew here, I'm going to show you a little thing that we cooked up about presidents and the deficit. Hey, I need to cut this out of the VOD. All right, this is a YouTube exclusive, or not? This is a Twitch exclusive. Who made this? This was Eric with me. Okay. I think I made this for predictions. And then we never did predictions. Let me move my camera. Okay, here it is. "2001, America had a budget surplus of $127 billion.
This economy is growing.
Just want you to understand, that means in 2001, we took in all our tax revenue, we spent it on things, and we had $127 billion left over. That's a balanced budget. Okay? That doesn't require us to issue a lot of debt to get back on track. That's 2001, balanced budget. Last time.
This economy is growing. The growing economies yielded more tax revenues than anticipated. And because of fiscal restraint, those tax revenues went to reduce our deficit. With Congress to set priorities, we can be fiscally responsible, and we can head toward balance, and that's exactly where we're headed.
But I want to be very clear. We cannot and will not sustain deficits like these without end.
Oh! Oh!
We have a country that's essentially a debtor nation right now. So we're going to make our country wealthy again.
How is any human being going to bring down the debt? I mean, what are you going to do?
Okay, the country is going to start growing, and when we do that, we pay it back so easily.
How?
It's easy to pay it back.
Let's look at the facts. The federal deficit went up every single year in the Trump administration. On my watch, things have been different.
Yeah, hopefully that helps give you a picture. I hate to waste that, but we're only going to give that to Twitch exclusive. That's coming in a video. I have to figure out what, because it's not predictions. We just haven't had a politician that was serious about it in my lifetime, really. I guess Clinton, but it was even easier then. It's just absurd. It's absurd, and it people think about it like it has no effect. Like we can just do it and there'll be no problems. I am absolutely not of that opinion. I am not MMT pilled. I think we are paying the price. I think the price is getting more and more obvious to average working class people in a myriad of non-obvious ways. Why did they be like that? It's so simple. It's because people want things from the government. They want stuff, but they don't want to pay for it. And the government is funded by the people. So they want you to give me something, but they don't want you to take something. And so any politician that goes, hey, I'll give you that and I'll cut your taxes, of course people vote for that. Because it's like, wait, that sounds great. I want this thing. I want, I don't know, this fucking school built. I want a missile. I want my country to have a big military. I want whatever. And yes, no tax, only spend. As long as you're counting the Iraq war as stuff people want, it was popular when they did it. It was popular. It wasn't like 90% of the country was voting against it. We now recognize what a fucking error it was, but post fucking 9/11, people were all fucking gung-ho. People were tearing down the Dixie Chicks, bro. You can't speak about the dangers of the Iraq war. We got to get them. We have like 3 people in Congress that care about the deficit, but nobody else is in them. True. True, Jensen Huang. This is very true. And one of them, I believe, is oh, he's got that very punchable face. So even when he's spitting, I'm like, I hate this guy. I was having a fucking. It's not Gates. What's his fucking name, dude? Why am I blanking? Why do I not remember his fucking name? Someone's gonna say it, right? No one said it yet. I'm searching Congress punchable face. They all have punchable faces, but it's a dude that man, how am I not? It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I don't know why I'm blanking. I know the guy the second I see him. What's his fucking name? Which is party? He's Republican. Let me see. What's his fucking name? Hawley. Josh fucking Hawley. Thank God I found him. Josh Hawley. This dude. This dude. This is like I just hate everything about him except that he has things to say about the deficit that are true. It's like, worst guy you know makes great point. I have no confidence that he would follow through on these things, but he is correct on the deficit. And like, I don't like when he is right. Anyway, very punchable face, as I understand. You know what? I mean, if you really want to hit your monitor, check out this. You don't want to give him a fucking smackaroon, dude? Come on. Can you explain some of the effects of a high public deficit? Yeah. The most immediate, or the compounding bad one, is that more and more of our budget every year goes towards paying interest on the debt we've already taken out. So at this point, interest is like as big as what we spend on education. This is just us paying interest on debt we've already taken. What percent? What percent of our U.S. budget is interest? Yeah, in 2023, we spent $658 billion. You know, it's like when you take out a credit card loan. You buy fucking Gucci belt on credit, and you're like, damn, I love this Gucci belt. And then later, when you're paying the interest payments on that over and over, you're like, damn, this interest payment sucks. That's what we're doing based on all the shit we bought for the wars and the bailouts and all of that in the past that no longer is benefiting us in any way, if it ever did. And so right now, our interest payments are, what, fucking $658 billion a year? That's what we spend a year, and that's predicted to rise so much. It's like every year that's going to get higher. And so that's already a big problem. It's going to pass the military by like 2028. So that's a problem, where all of our tax money is just going to pay interest on shit people already bought. That doesn't help anybody new. That doesn't help any young people. that doesn't grow our economy, that doesn't, all it is taking money and lighting it on fire for debt we are taking out. That's a big problem. The second problem is that when the government takes on debt to buy the Gucci belt, aka the missile or the tank or the bailout or whatever, they borrow it from someone, another country, a bank, you or me. We can buy government debt. Anyone. Okay, we take on this debt. We do these IOUs. Okay, and sometimes we do a thing called quantitative easing, where we print money and buy that debt ourselves, which is a magical way to avoid printing money into inflation. This is a magical theory that if we just print the money and buy our own debt, it all works out. And I am of the believer that that's not free money. And that worms its way into the economy in the form of inflation, often in asset prices. It doesn't make it to Main Street. You don't see it like inflating the cost of your toilet paper just yet. But you see it in like inflated asset prices in housing and in fucking stocks. And so that is the effects you see. This constant out of control government spending just leads to widening wealth gaps and less of our government's money being spent productively. Can you imagine if we had $658 billion more a year to spend on like infrastructure, to build trains across the country, to build roads, schools, pay teachers better, to do you understand like that? We have been robbed currently, and we are robbing the future every time we take out more and more debt. I think it's unconscionable, but nobody wants to do the hard thing and like try to cut spending in the near term to get it back to balance. Not me though. I don't pay taxes. Based under 20K income, dude. That's fucking based. Atrioc, I know this is a dumb question, but isn't basically every government is in debt? Couldn't they all get together and agree to cancel it out? It's I hear that question. It's almost tough to attack because it's I want to get to a baseline here. The debt is not to each other, and it's not even. Do you know what I'm saying? If for example, here's a simple thing. If you owe me $20 and I owe you $8 million, I can't go, you know what? We both owe each other money. Let's cancel it out. That's the first thing. All right. So we can't just say call it even, right? So different amounts obviously mean you can't do that. Secondly, the debt is, just think about it like IOUs. Like the U.S. wants to buy a tank. They don't have the money right now from taxes, so they issue an IOU. Sometimes other countries buy it, right? Maybe sometimes Japan buys our debt or China has bought our debt. But oftentimes it could be banks. It could be regular people. It could be businesses. It could be, like I own U.S. government debt. I have bought U.S. treasuries with some of my money. I sold some shares of things. I bought U.S. treasuries because it's safer. If the government goes, hey, let's just forget about it, then I lose some of my savings. Like they've just stolen money from me. Do you understand? So, and multiply that across trillions of dollars. A lot of people would lose their money. All right? Just understand that. So, not really possible. Secondly, every country on earth coordinating on something like that, unreasonable. But the more reasonable question is people ask like, hey, Atrioc, America's got a big military. Who's going to take our debt? Like, why do we have to pay? Who's going to stop us? And I want to position it like this, in that every time we need to buy something and can't afford it, and we go, hey, someone buy our IOUs. We need the money now. If you decide one day, fuck it, we're not paying, then the next time you need to buy something that you can't afford, which is every day of every month of every year in the United States. We have a deficit for every single day our government runs. We do not make as much money as we spend. So we can't borrow again. No one will ever loan to us again because we have shown that we won't pay. Right now, the U.S. has a good credit rating because we've always paid. That's why there's always this big debt ceiling fight, and we always pay. If you don't pay, it's a problem. It would cause much more chaos than that, but I think it's a simple example of like why you can't just do that. Let's say the U.S. owes 20 million to Germany and Germany owes 30 million to the U.S. Could they wipe out 20 mil of each other so the end result is Germany owes 10 mil? Yeah, but it's really not that simple because the way you buy it is like an individual treasury bond with a certain percentage coupon attached that is based on the interest rate of the day you bought it. And so they don't match up easily. It's like it's designed to like pay out. Like if I buy an interest rate or a treasury bond on a certain day, it's like for 10 years at a certain percent fixed interest rate, I'm getting a certain amount over a certain period of time. I can't match it up exactly with something they bought that's 8 years into it. You know what I'm saying? They don't match up easily in that way. And that, again, I think is too simplified to say that America owes Germany 20 million, Germany owes. It's bought through all these different organizations. Why not create a new currency and set it to gold so inflation doesn't exist? Well, we had the gold standard before. The problem was that it prevented politicians from spending too much money. To be honest with you. Like, as they printed too much, you used to be able to redeem your dollars for gold. So as more dollars flooded the world, countries were just going and taking their dollars and taking gold out of our vaults. They were redeeming it. And the president at the time, this is Nixon, was like, nah, fuck this. We're canceling it. This is not good. They were literally like it was actually, we were just losing a lot of gold. And it was like, wait, what the fuck? What spending can even be cut realistically? I am a firm believer. I mean, there's actually websites you can try this yourself. There's websites where you can try to balance the budget yourself, where you have to get to a balanced budget. It shows you all the things you're spending money on. You can do it. Spend some time. Think about it. One of the biggest that can be cut is military spending, which can be drastically more efficient. I am a firm believer, having grown up on military bases, having a dad that works at Raytheon that talks to me. I am a firm believer we have so much bloat. So much bloat. I think our military could be more effective for less money, easily. I don't think amount of money spent is even close to like amount of effectiveness on the battlefield. And I think so much of it just goes to middlemen, goes to overpriced markups, goes to, it's completely unaudited. It's the Pentagon lost billions of dollars and we just don't know where it went. We have outsourced a lot of like our military knowledge to contractors so that like we don't even have it. We can't even make this shit in-house anymore. I think the military budget is super bloated and used to basically buy fucking mansions for contractors. So that's one place that could be cut a lot. You know, I have to look at. I did this exercise. Like I tried to balance the budget. I don't remember exactly what else I cut. Yeah, I did see when Jon Stewart interviewed that higher up at the DOD and she couldn't explain the billions of dollars being missing. Yeah, I did. It was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy. Are there times when military spending spurs economic growth? Yeah, there is. But you know what else would do that? Infrastructure spending. You could spend that money on building roads, bridges, etc. That would also... Spending money from the government spurs economic growth. Like what's happening right now. We're running huge deficits and the economy is staying relatively hot. We're like propping this thing up with government spending. Like, I think the #1 growing job sector right now is government jobs, which is always a sign of a healthy economy when the only jobs being available are government jobs. But that doesn't mean it's the best way to do it or that it's long-term successful. What you really want is infrastructure. I mean, we could spend on green energy. We could spend on... I would love if we spent on nuclear energy. America, I think, is building 1 new nuclear plant. We used to build dozens. I think it'd be fucking sick if we built... is that really a good sign? No, I'm being sarcastic. Dude, I actually get people... Dude, I remember... He's actually pissed me off. Some dude on the Reddit wrote this whole fucking 8 paragraph thing about how, like, actually, Atrioc, it was about the video I made about the Magnificent Seven. And he's like, actually, the stock market isn't the economy. And it's like, people were upvoting that and responding. And it's like, did anybody watch the fucking video? The whole thing was obviously sarcastic. It was like, I was laying it on so fucking thick. I was so frustrated. I was talking to Stans. I almost like, I was going to explode that day on stream, but Stans told me, he's always the cooler head. He's like, bro, just don't talk about it. I was actually so frustrated. It was like the guy didn't even speak English. He was a German student, and he was like, he completely misunderstood the whole video. And people were upvoting it. I was like, I was so mad at my community. Here's the website to make your own government budget. Try it out. Have you considered an EU ban? That's not hard. I fuck with EU, dude. I got more EU viewers than I realized. I'm actually, on YouTube, only like 51% American. I thought it was way higher. I have a lot more EU fucks than I thought. It's a mixed community here. What's your take on UBI? Feels necessary, bro. Feels necessary. I don't see another way to ensure a life of dignity for the people at the bottom in a world where increasing automation takes hold. I am not a person that believes every single advancement in technology will always lead to new jobs and work itself out. I think we're going to need less human beings for things as things get more automated. And so I think we need to tax those things and have UBI in order to ensure everyone has a safety net. Why don't you automate getting some hoes? I'm married. I'm happily married. I'm actually not looking to automate getting some hoes. I'm very happy with the lady I have. Okay, I don't even consider her a hoe. UBI is demonstrably effective. Trickle down was the biggest con. Yeah. I'm just a believer in, like, I don't know, safety nets. I think the best way to reduce wealth inequality is to break up monopolies and allow people to fail so they can have, like, multiple chances. The problem is, like, I heard something that's like, if you're poor, you almost get no chances at, like, striking it out and starting your own business or doing anything. If you're middle class, you might get one. If you fuck up, you're stuck. And if you're rich, you get infinite. Rich kids get infinite chances to try and start a business or whatever. I like the idea of having, like, a baseline level of healthcare, education, housing that makes it so, like, you can, if you fail, you're at least getting a life of dignity and you can try for more. And then we still get competition, because I truly think rich people are not better at competing. They're not smarter. They're the same as the rest of us, bro. And if you let average people actually compete, they will drive down prices, they will increase innovation, and they will compete away that person's billions in a second. I don't think anyone can sustainably hold, much like in like real sports. No matter how good someone is at a fucking sport, someone comes along that's better, bro. Because people compete. The level of play rises, everyone gets better. I fully believe that. And the problem is we've allowed people that already won that game to break the rules and lock it down so that no one else can compete. So spending money on that could reduce the deficit? No. No, UBI would not reduce the deficit. It is just a better allocation of tax dollars, in my mind. Gretzky's records may never be broken. I thought Ovechkin. Isn't Ovechkin close? Not the all-time points, right? But, like, isn't it on goals? He's, like, fucking real close. He's old though, right? He's got to like have 2 more great seasons or something. Wouldn't UBI cause inflation? This is a debatable topic. I will tell you my opinion that I think is well-founded. I will say that inflation is a printing new money phenomenon. It is not about reallocating money. It is not about moving money around. It is about printing new money. As new money enters the system, the prices of things go up. And so if you are taking money from rich people and you are redistributing it among poor people, that is not going to cause inflation. Now, certain goods that are more bought because of that may change in price or whatever, but overall, we're not seeing massive inflation. However, if you say, you know what, it would be an easy way to pay for UBI if we don't tax anyone and we print this money. That will cause inflation. That's like Argentina stuff, where you just take the money from nowhere and give it to poor people. That will cause inflation. That absolutely. Won't companies just raise prices because people have more purchasing power? What you have to understand is that companies often don't have pricing power. Whether or not a company can raise prices does not depend on how much money the consumer has, as much as it does how much competition that company has. If Wendy's tomorrow tripled their prices, people would go to McDonald's. Do you understand? Wendy's does not have more pricing power than anyone else. They all raise it collectively. Okay? So in industries that are monopolized, which is like half of the things in America, we are seeing companies continue to raise prices because they have no competition. If you fix that problem, you will find that prices rise a lot slower. By the way, even right now in this fucking monopolized system, companies are they're running out of the ability to raise prices easily. That's why they're doing things like shrinkflation. That's why they're doing things like, what do we call it? Where they like size fleet, or they like change they don't even shrink it. They try to, anyway, they're doing tricks. They're doing a lot of tricks to try, skimpflation, shrinkflation. They're trying to do flavorflation, like cutting the quality of the goods. They're trying to do things other than raise prices because consumers are now finally showing they'll go somewhere else. Again, outside of the Magnificent Six, I don't even include Tesla anymore. It's the Mag 6, not the Mag 7. Outside of the Mag 6, you look at like the entire broad stock market, it is not a healthy story. It is not good. The number of companies that are guiding down is like 68, 69%. I just saw. Nice, by the way, 69. Which is way higher than the decade average of like 60. It's bad. Like the average thing is bad. Companies are realizing they can't raise prices too much more, that customers are trying to find cheaper options, that people are getting stretched, they're getting squeezed, defaults are rising. Like the regular economy is largely being carried by the fucking performance of 6 incredible growth stories. Opinion on VAT? VAT is value-added tax. which is like applied to everything, which is like a tax on sales. I think it's bad. It's pretty what you'd call regressive in that it taxes poor people more than rich people. It can be okay, but in general, that is like, you know, if it adds 20 cents to your fucking Lay's potato chips, that's going to hurt you and poor people collectively a lot more. It's spreading across all of them than it will the rich person that buys it once. I am in favor of tax systems we already had in all of these countries. I've talked about this so many times. I actually don't want to do it. I'll just, like, prior to Ronald Reagan, we had a very high tax rate on the rich. We still had rich people. They were very rich. They still built businesses. Everything still happened. It was still a capitalist country. We just taxed rich people more, and we were able to have a more balanced budget. People trusted their institutions more because their local government wasn't constantly squeezed. The quality wasn't constantly getting cut on things like the fucking IRS and like local judges and local prisons and schools, and all those things were better able to be funded. High taxes on the rich acts like it's like a drag effect to make sure they don't get so astronomically ahead. It's awesome. They can still be rich. They're still wildly rich. High, very high. 70, 80, 80% on the marginal top dollars. Not obviously all of their wealth, but and the thing I'm most in favor of, this is the last thing I'll say, because I've been on this rant before. If you know me, you know it, and if you don't, I'm done talking about it. The thing I'm most in favor of, the thing I live for most in the world, is a big fucking estate tax, death tax. If someone wins the fucking race, if I develop fucking RC Cola and you make Coca-Cola and you get fucking rich and I don't make any money, that's fine. You beat me. And if you make $10 billion and I make no money, fine. But for your fucking son to have a much better life than my daughter or my granddaughter forever for something they didn't do is fucked. Okay? For this inherited wealth cycle to last for all time, it's fucked. We have to fucking we have to stop this thing from spiraling out of control. I super believe in inheritance tax, dude. And I understand that people are like, well, why do I work so hard if I can't pass it to my kids? Fucking imagine a society where you don't have to worry about your kids not having so much wealth to have a good life. Imagine if we had a society where people had high trust, there was equality and safety and good education and good health care, and they didn't need to have $1 billion from their dad to have a good life. It could be amazing. Let's try to get to that. I believe in that so hard. I'm such a fucking inheritance tax guy. I just sounds like socialism to me, bro. It's the thing is like people say socialism for everything like that, you know, the Nordic capitalist countries have. We can just have like these safety nets and limiters. It's like, dude, it's like, I think of it almost like, imagine society as the NFL owner class. Okay? Everyone competes in the game, all right? In the actual football game, there's competition. All right? Every team tries to win. They try to do their best. They get better. They hire coaches. But like at the end of the day, the whole product creates money that benefits the owners. Imagine we are all the owners and we set up society so we all have the safety net of no matter what, we're going up, but the companies can compete in the game. We don't take that away from them. We don't fucking make it simplified, but we let them fucking go all out as long as they stay within the rules. So you think Social Security is great? I don't think it's handled well. I think the idea of old people being able to live comfortably and with dignity is good. I think having someone work till they fucking can't anymore and then basically saying, hey, drop dead, if they don't have a family, is fucked. So yes, I believe in the concept of Social Security. I don't think it is funded. I think they didn't imagine a world where we stop making so many babies. This is cool, Atrioc, but I'm totally going to be rich one day, so I will not vote for it. Based. Fuck yeah, dude. This guy calls his shot. This guy knows his shit, bro. Sheesh. Temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Bum, bum, bum. He boomed us. I imagine that guy fucking peeling off in a fucking Lamborghini Aventador. I'm one parlay away from that dream. True. God, can you imagine hitting that big parlay and then fucking Joe Biden comes with his hands out? Oh, give me my taxes. Fucked up, dude. Clip that. That's my political platform. Clip that out of context. Don't include any of the past stuff I said. That's exactly what I believe and where I stand. Pro-gambling, anti-taxes. We've nailed it. Yeah, hit your own parlay, Joe. Do the work like I did. All right, what time is it? 9:08. I have like an hour. I want to talk about Drake and hip-hop. Okay? Can a white man talk about hip-hop for a second? Christ! I want to talk about Drake, dude. Let's talk about the fucking hip-hop beef that has taken over the world. Bro, this shit was wild. Let me catch you up to speed if you don't know shit about hip-hop, all right? The number one selling hip-hop artist of the decade has been Drake. This got to be thicker. Drake. Okay? And he is a petty bitch. I mean, he's as petty as they come, dude. So every one of his songs, he likes to do little snipes at other people. You know, he doesn't really do it direct, but he does a lot of snipes. And plus, I'm sure a lot of personal stuff over decades, right? Has led to a lot of people disliking him in the industry. All right? The other big three, well, I'll talk about the big three as they're saying. This is K-Dot, a.k.a. Kendrick Lamar. Okay? Now, these guys initially were friends. Drake actually brought Kendrick on tour when Kendrick was a small little artist. He put him on. There's interviews where Kendrick's like, dude, I respect Drake. He really helped me out. He put me in front of new people. All right? But they don't fuck with each other anymore. Largely because Kendrick had huge success and Drake started sending little snipes at him. Well, they both sent snipes, I'll be honest with you. And I think the main thing that bothers Drake the most is that Kendrick has... if anything, has the lead, probably. If anyone says who's the greatest rapper of this generation, most people, I think, who are like, anyway, if you're like serious on hip hop, street cred, credibility, whatever you want to say, the debate is probably between these two of their era, between like sales and popularity, and then like, you know, artistic credibility. They're both very talented artists, in my opinion. I'll just say I have fucked with both their music at different points in my life, and they're good. All right? I know people are Drake haters online. There's some Drake verses that I think are incredible. Maybe he didn't write them, but but they're incredible. All right? And the third member of the big three was, well, I'll put him down here, bro, was my man J. Cole. I still fuck with him. Cole fans ride or die. It's a rough season for us. He never had quite the sales of Drake, and he never had quite the artistic je ne sais quoi of Kendrick Lamar, but he had a lot of both. I mean, he sold really well still. He had some fucking double platinum albums with no features. It was really hard to do. And he had some really hard-hitting songs, you know? Some great wordplay. He's a great rapper. He's clearly really practiced his craft. Anyway, Kendrick Lamar is a huge fan of competition and doesn't like getting little subliminals from Drake over 10 years. So Kendrick Lamar drops verses like Control back in 2013, and this recent one on the, the We Don't Trust You album, where he kind of openly says, simply, fuck the big three, it's just big me, all right? No one's on my level. I'm calling out everybody in the game. Don't fucking get on my level, all right? And that verse has kicked off a frenzy, a hornet's nest of every rapper involved in the whole fucking game getting on, getting into the beef. I mean, it's crazy. This kicked on the hornet's nest. So the first person to jump in after Kendrick's in this was J. Cole. J. Cole sent a diss to Kendrick. He dropped what was the Might Delete Later album with a 7-minute drill where he said, like, yo, your last album was whack, but the rest of your shit was great. I love you. You're like a brother. But also you're kind of short and, whatever. I mean, it was like a very light diss in all honesty. It was a pretty light diss because these guys are actually friends. Kendrick and Cole almost made an album together. There's no real beef there. I think J. Cole went in with like a, hey, friendly competition vibes. Anyway, 2 days later, he apologized. Which, by the way, I clowned on him a lot. We're going to get to it in a second. Now that the Drake diss is out, I kind of respect it more. I kind of respect J. Cole getting out of this thing because it's already getting so serious. It's already getting way beyond, light jabs. So I actually kind of respect it a little more, though I will say, don't do it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Don't make a whole fucking album, upload it, write the rhymes, say the shit, and then 2 days later fold. If you really believe that in your heart, think about it, all right? It's kind of a fucked up thing to do. To throw a punch and then walk it back is just weird. It's just, especially when your punch was so light that anyone will be able to take it. It was odd. All right, so he did that. So that's J. Cole. So he's kind of out of contention. I think he had a fucking fire verse on Red Leather afterwards. I still fuck with J. Cole, but I no longer see him as in contention for the throne. He's just out of the game. He doesn't care. He's out of the game. All right? So it's between Drake and Kendrick. All right? And everyone's waiting for when Drake was going to drop his response. But then, in the meantime, every other fucking rapper started coming at Drake at the same time. So we're talking like, Future, Rick Ross, ASAP Rocky. And by the way, when I say coming at him, it's not always with tracks. Rick Ross just unfollowed him on Instagram, and that's enough for Drake. Drake's petty. Drake's petty. The Weeknd. Again, these are all people. What's crazy, if you know hip hop, what's crazy is like this kind of reflects poorly on Drake because all of these people have worked with him. Rick Ross and Drake have like 8 #1 songs together. So what is going on that everybody who once came up with him now doesn't fuck with him? He's got to, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he might be that petty. He might be a fucking unlikable dude. But anyway, everyone comes at him. The Weeknd, who else? A bunch of people. Who else is on the fucking track? There's like 50 more people that fucking, dude, why am I blanking on everything that's in the fucking song? I didn't put, I said Future, but I didn't put it there. Future, Metro, yep. If your Metro don't trust you. Metro. Anyway, I'll put Metro down here, but you can see Metro Boomin, producer. A lot of people, okay? A lot of people all come at Drake in between. Like after J. Cole bows out, but before Drake responds. So now Drake is no longer like, just has to fight Kendrick Lamar, who is a real challenge. Kendrick Lamar is like, super respected, highly selling, artist of the generation. But now Drake is attacking everybody. So now he becomes Thanos. Now Drake is 20v1. And today, he dropped a fucking track that goes at everybody. And I'm going to be honest with you. As a fan of hip-hop, as a fan of a little drama, as a fan of beef, it's a good track. It's a hard track, dude. it's petty. He got little disses for everybody. He fights back. It's a good beat. He's got good energy on it. We can play it. I mean, does anyone have the good version? Because there was a leaked version that everyone thought was AI, which, by the way, I mean, if that was AI, you have to be so stupid to think that's AI. But if that was AI, music is over. If everyone thought that was AI, music is... I can't believe that was trending. That was like... I mean, first of all, the level quality of the bars, but also like, you know, the little flow switches and breath stuff, and that would be fucking crazy. You got the good one? All right, let me see. Is this the real one? I need the newest one. See, I'm not sure this is it. It's not the one from the morning. They released the good one later. So there was one in the morning, and then Drake released the one with the better beat and like the harder. He like re-recorded or something after the leak. Is this the one? Same thing right there. And they're just kind of clowning on him for. I think the goal here is to be like, you know, you paint this picture as you're super artistic, but you've also done a lot of mainstream pop stuff, like a verse from Maroon 5 and a verse for Taylor Swift. That's the idea. You need a verse, you know, let's like hit them on that. Because I think the crux of this argument is going to come down to the fact that Kendrick's highs are just so much higher than Drake's. So, like, you know, at his absolute best, he just kind of, but he's also done a bunch of pop shit. Like, you know, his verse on Bad Blood is not like a fucking game-changing verse. It's just a normal fucking pop verse. And then Pipsqueak Pie. A lot of stuff on him being short, which, by the way, you know, Kendrick can't do anything about it, but like short jokes kind of always hit. As any Ludwig fan from 2020 on will tell you, short jokes always hit no matter what. And if if Drake's 6'3" and this dude's 5'6", you're not going to not mention it in a battle rap.
Ain't no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down.
This is battle rap shit. This is complete cap. Drake saying that SZA, Travis Scott, or 21 Savage are in the big three over Kendrick is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid, dude. Nobody buying that. That's not even close to true, but he's talking about numbers recently. You know, this is like post Mr. Morale numbers. So Kendrick's original diss, the one where he first kind of started all this beef, he said like, he basically compares Drake to Michael Jackson, you know, big fall off, maybe kind of weird, and that he's more like Prince, you know, which Prince outlived Mike Jack. And then Drake flipped it. Again, one of the coolest things you can do in battle rap is take what someone says and then flip it back on them. Be kind of clever, you know, instead of just ignoring what they say and saying your own pre-written shit. Like, that's kind of cool. So he said, big difference between Mike then and Mike now. What the fuck is this? A 20v1? What's a prince to a king? He a son. And that's you know, it's good to like be a little clever and flip it. That was good.
What the fuck is this, a 20v?
Right, because he's saying they got me talking like I'm 50 Cent, who's the notorious like beef with everybody. I'm a big 50 Cent fan from back in the day as a person who grew up when I did and read 50 Cent's books. He basically said, like, 50 Cent's beef with everybody in the game 50 times. And like Whitney, it's actually not, I mean, it might be a double reference to, yeah, Kendrick's wife, Whitney. But Bodyguards Like Whitney, I think, is a reference to Whitney Houston. Maybe a double, you know? Could be a fire. Part changed. This is about Rick Ross. You might know Rick Ross, big guy. Owns a lot of Wingstops. Successful rapper who used to be a corrections officer. But that was a secret. This whole part's pretty sick because they got me talking like I'm 50, aka 50 Cent. They got me rapping what I'm living. I cover like I'm Ricky, as in Ricky used to be a CO. 50 Cent uncovered this. So when 50 Cent had a beef with Rick Ross, he uncovered that Rick Ross used to be a corrections officer and worked at a fucking prison. And that was, so now he's bringing that back up, saying that's why he would cover. He's almost turning 50 years old. And then it is kind of true that like Rick Ross has like 7 #1 hits and they all have Drake on them. But I think they kind of helped each other. Both those songs are good because of both of them. So, but yeah. And then this part got changed. in the new version. In the old version, it said, you better worry about what you're doing with Diddy, which is crazy. He cut that. This part, like in the early version that leaked today, it was like apparently implying that Rick Ross and Diddy are connected, and a lot of shit's happening with Diddy right now. That part got cut. So I don't know if that's like legal trouble or I don't know, but they just cut that part out. Yeah, the implication. Anyway, so that part is just kind of like, now we even went at J. Cole. J. Cole was on Drake's side for this. That's so funny. Now he's mad at, now Cole is catching strays for trying to stop the beef. I don't care what Cole think, that Dot shit was weak as fuck. And apparently Cole was trying to make peace with Top Dog Entertainment. Now you on your own when you speaking up. He called him a pussy too. Then they get Kai Cenat. Then Kai gets a fucking feature.
Deep enough, begging Casa not, boy, you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not.
This is not, begging Kai Cenat is not insulting Kai Cenat. They're saying that a lot of rappers, I mean, I don't know who's speaking on this specific instance, but a lot of rappers are trying to get on like Kai and Aiden's stream for clout. At this point, some rappers are so desperate to get like a little buzz for their projects, they got to go on Kai Cenat's stream or Aiden Ross. So Kai got a name drop in a diss track that's going to get like, I don't know, fucking millions of views on. I thought it was a scam. Well, yeah, 21 went on Aiden Ross's stream to take money from him. But there's a lot of rappers that have been going on those streams for clout. And that's it cuts out. But there was more in the old one. But anyway. And he says that people have been backpedaling and reaching out to him. And he says, nah, fuck you. You're not getting a feature anymore. You drew the line. What the fuck we got to speak about? So anyway, the point is, it's exciting. All right? Everyone thought Drake was only going to do fucking Instagram captions and little tiny subliminals on a future album. He actually dropped a fucking diss, which means we're getting a follow-up. Do you know what I'm saying? Which means we're going to... We did! We got a follow-up within 3 hours from Rick Ross called Champagne Moments. Fish exhaust from my pen and pad. So I'll be honest, I don't think this track is that good, but because it's a good old-fashioned rap beef, at the end it drops like 2 fucking hilarious facts about Drake. I don't even know if we got to listen to the whole thing, because it's pretty classic Ross talking about how I move keys and stay strapped, you know? He doesn't even have any punchlines for like the whole thing. But then we can go to the second verse. Second verse where he's got the real stuff. He just calls him white boy a lot, implying that, you know, he's kind of fake. And then at the end, he says, here, we'll just play it. Drake saying, my favorite person to rap with is Rick Ross, which he, you know, that's fucking good. And then he says, you had a nose job. Basically, Rick Ross just says, hey, I think it's spoken word at the end. He's like, hey, you had an operation to make your nose smaller. You got a nose job. I unfollowed you because you work with the police. And you had six-pack surgery. And you have to wear shit to hide it at your show now. This is like all at the end. Like the actual bars of the song are pretty weak. But then he... So, I mean, it was pretty solid for like a 3-hour response. And real shit's already coming out. What I'm saying is like, this is becoming real beef where they're not like saying, you know, I got better verses or I get more paid or whatever. It's like they're finding shit about their real life that they all know because they're all in the same industry and they're going to start leaking it and then it's going to get fucking crazy. So that's just the first response. I'm sure a bunch more shit is going to come from everybody he dissed. And then And the real thing everybody's waiting on is whether or not Kendrick will respond. Will Kendrick say anything? You gotta assume yes. You gotta assume yes. But how does he do it? I don't know. Does he get Pusha T to come back and reveal another Drake child? Possibly. We can only hope. We can only hope, dude. But I gotta say, given what I was expecting, I'm very impressed with this from the Drake side. This is now a real official beef. This was not what J. Cole did. This is like a legit track that is probably going to do really big numbers. And he even made it kind of viral with the drop and give me 50 with the meme. There's like a gif of Kendrick dropping and doing push-ups from an Instagram story that is like tied with it. Why are we getting F so much? Motherfuck the big three, dude. It's just big A. We back? Would be a great Heart Part 6. Yeah. I'm excited to see what Kendrick writes, dude. It's exciting. I mean, a good old-fashioned rap beef where nobody's dying. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I just want to see some competition. This is but yeah, I mean, so far, I'll be honest, things have worked out well for Drake. The way everything played out with J. Cole apologizing and then everybody coming at him, so it was 1v20 and all of that, and then him having a pretty solid response. So we need Kendrick to bring some smoke. Nobody's dying yet. I mean, you gotta hope that. I just feel like people like, I don't know, maybe. Watch Eminem self-insert. I don't even know who he'd be. Eminem has done songs with both these people and spends all his day drinking Diet Coke and going to his daughter's graduations. I don't know. Like, what is, I think Eminem doesn't even leave his house, bro. Yeah, I mean, again, I think in rap beefs in the past, everyone was like less rich, more young, more tied to crime. Drake and Kendrick are rich people nearing 40. I don't think there's going to be a Tupac Biggie situation, bro. But I could be wrong. Maybe this will be a bad clip. I really think this is going to be an entirely rap beef, which is fun. I hope Eminem disses J. Cole for some reason. out of fucking right field comes Eminem dissing J. Cole. We get Lil Wayne back in. RDC got involved? Wait, they finally did something? They've been so quiet. That they're going to make a J. Cole sketch after the apology. What did they do? How Future and Metro were in the studio after Drake dropped his diss. Let's see.
Yeah, fuck that shit, Metro. I'm ready to slide back on this nigga right now.
Alright, we can. Please stop talking.
Just saying.
You already know we got a plan. Come on, let's do this right now. Hey, we want to appreciate all y'all for coming to the studio to diss Drake. Chris Brown? Y'all beefing?
I said, yo, that nigga got me fucked up.
All right. See Breezy in the studio. That's cool. To diss Drake again for the third time. We about to drop a Common?
Yo, much love, peace.
What is
yeah, it's
Common
me.
against Drake?
How the hell you got beef with Common?
No.
Yeah, he got me back in Stay Scheming, remember?
No.
All right, man. See, I told y'all, man. Drake be tripping, bro. He dissing everybody. He diss Common. Y'all, bro, I think you should let that go. But man, yeah. Wait, hold on. It's a few niggas in the studio. I just don't. The Chance?
Yes, me too. He got me too.
Chance, what did he do to you?
He dissed me on draft day. Remember? Pick a name like Chance the Rapper. Come on.
Bro.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
You doing it. Chance, bro, get up out of here, bro. Get out of here, Chance.
Oh, this some bullshit, man.
We just gonna put anybody in this, come on, bro. Alright, hold on. Pause all of this, man.
You don't want Chance
Some of
in your
y'all
team
should be
right
here
now.
like Pusha T, Rick Ross, I guess, after Drake gave you all them fucking hits. Wait, where Ross go?
He did it already.
Don't ask about the boss. He right here. It's all over.
Where you go?
I went and I laid the track down. I dissed Drake. The beef is over.
What are you talking about, Ross? You were supposed to wait.
The thing about being the boss, you don't wait on nobody. You make your own decisions.
All right,
It's
Ross.
fast.
And another thing, I'm really proud of everybody.
All right, I said all right, but we trying to do something.
Y'all came to a common.
All right, Rick. Damn. All right. You know what? I just don't know if we can make hits with everybody in this room. Like Luda, bro. What is Luda doing? You and Drake don't like each other? Stand up. Man, go film Fast 11, bro. I'm not listening to you. Most Def, get the fuck out of here. What? Hey, what is? Who is this dancing in the back? Hold on. Oh no, hey, bro, hey, man, watch out with that shit. Hey, we calling the album off. The album's off. I don't care, bro. Drake got this round, bro.
But no, you can't do this.
Come on, bro.
Oh my God.
That's funny. That's funny. Those guys are great. Those guys are great. Every time I see one of their skits, it makes me laugh. Anyway, as you can tell, it's an exciting time. I know some of you don't care about hip hop. I get that, but if you do, it's fun. You know, the energy's back. The beef is back. Everyone's getting involved. It's like watching the Avengers, bro. There's a villain. There's a villain, and he's coming correct. It's exciting. It's fun. So we'll see. I hope Kendrick comes correct. I hope he's got some good shit. Why do you want beef? Seems weird. I mean, if it's real beef, people are killing each other, then I don't want that, obviously. But if it's rap beef or a little competition, everyone's not super buddy-buddy. It's a competitive, there's a competition aspect to hip-hop, which is cool. I like watching. We're getting so many Fs. Guys, I have to leave here anyway in just a second. So, I'm dropping more frames than disses. Fuck, it got me. Fuck. Fuck. I need Ye to jump in on this. Sure. I don't want Kanye on anybody's side, bro. Kanye needs to just chill and go to therapy, bro. Go to therapy. Go to therapy, spend some time with your kids, come back with a good album in 5 years, bro. I don't want to. Ye versus Israel. I just don't want Ye to pick a side in Iran versus Israel, bro. That's where I'm worried. I'm worried Ye's going to fucking post up with the Ayatollah. And we're going to have fucking missiles being dropped that way. That's my worry. Don't worry about the Drake beef. Notice how everyone is scared to go at Cardi. That's what it is. Everyone's scared to go at Playboy Cardi, dude. He's untouchable. Why did I think you were talking about Ye from Valorant? Because your brain rotted. Because your brain is leaking out of your ear as we speak. How? We just spent fucking 2 hours talking about rap beef. And you thought I just jumped in the discussion of Ye from Valorant? Wait, what is wrong with your brain, bro? You can't fucking context clues? Chat, it's been real, it's been fun, and it has been real fun. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna run an ad. Watch the full ad, of course. I'm sure you will. And I'm gonna end the stream. I have to go to this party. I'm gonna go to this watch party for Gen G T1. Cheer for T1. Thanks for watching me today. I'm sorry I didn't get to do more stuff, but I thought the discussion was pretty interesting. And I farmed a hella clips for Adish. Adish is eating good, dude. Adish is like my top dog entertainment. He's taking 50% and he's eating good. I have to drop and give him 50. And I just did. All right, cheer, Faker. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Appreciate you. And no, not tomorrow. Maybe a little stream tomorrow, but probably taking the day off to work on Marketing Monday. We are back with a big one on Monday about Bluey. So hope you enjoy. Bye.
Whole career, you